Well, I'll never forget one winter night years ago. I was really, really hungry and I decided to bake some sugar cookies. Now, before you get too impressed with me, I found a box of sugar cookie mix and just added butter. That's about the extent of my baking knowledge right there. My wife's the baker, not me. Now, in my opinion, though, there is nothing better than fresh baked cookies. And when these cookies came out of the oven, they confirmed my theory. They tasted like tiny circles of sugar cookie heaven. Oh, so good. Unfortunately, the cookies were too good. And before I knew it, I ate them all. And I was finishing off the last cookie. My wife, Taryn, walks into the room and says, smells good in here. Did you save any cookies for me? Whoops. I panicked. I offered her the last bite of my half-eaten cookie. And do you think she was really excited about that? No, she was a little bit upset. And here's the moral of the story. Nobody wants your second-rate leftovers. Now, I think God is kind of the same way. You see, God hates leftovers. And if you don't believe me, just look at the story of Cain and Abel. You may have heard it before, but in Genesis chapter 4, verse 3 and 5, it says, "When it was time for the harvest, Cain presented some of his crop as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best of the firstborn lambs from his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but he did not accept Cain and his gift." You see, both brothers brought an offering to God, but God only accepted Abel's offering. Why is that? If you read closely, you see that Abel gave the best of his lambs. Cain only gave some of his crops. Abel gave his best, Cain gave the leftovers. Now, after the sugar cookie fiasco, I read this passage and I couldn't help but wonder, how many times do I do that same thing to God? I take the best for myself and I just give him whatever extra or whatever I have left over. You see, God doesn't want our leftovers any more than my wife wants my nasty second-rate sugar cookies. God wants our best. He deserves it. God shouldn't just be an afterthought. He should be the main thought. Everything that we have is a gift from him. It's all his anyways. So if we continue to live our lives as if God is just some afterthought, do we really think that God's going to be pleased with us? You see, God deserves so much more than leftovers. He deserves our absolute best.